Room tinge hook. Stand by for Colonel Craig.
Hello Wargamers, this is Colonel Craig from the Colonel Craig Bunker here in DC. Today's going to be our first foray into Dark Potential. This is going to be our first battle report of Dark Potential, so go easy on us because we're not really sure how the rules are. We're going to work our way through the rules as we go. Joining me today is...
Indian Sun 2, or Dylan.
Dylan's going to be playing the Petrov Morales Corporation, or PMC, and I'm going to be playing the Zalanthos. And today we're going to be battling for Rex. This is the Battle of Rex. So without further ado, let's get to the battle and see how we do. Check out the armies first.
Okay, first off, you have your basic Zalanthos soldiers. 5 come in the starter set, so we're using 5. Personally got a grievance with them. They're all right-handed, except for the squad leader. Of course, he's left-handed. You can see him up on the top there. He's got his weapon in his left hand. So he must be left-handed, so he's the only one in his right mind. So we're going to see how these guys do in the battlefield for the first time. Then we have the commander. He has a electron masser. I hear this thing is devastating against troops, so I'm going to attempt to get his troops out in the open and give him a blast with that masser. The next guy we have is the assassin. Now he's one of the favorite of mine because not only do you get 1, but with him you get 3 additional models. Let's watch him do this. This is him in his stealth mode. When he's in stealth mode, he basically breaks out into 3 stealth models, and the enemy has to choose which one to shoot at. As a matter of fact, he can't choose to shoot or target any of these models when they're in stealth mode. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this stealth mode actually works on the battlefield. So let's move on to the corporation and see what those models look like.
Okay, now let's check out the Petrov Morales Corporation. Of course, any corporation needs a good commander. So we'll go ahead and here and zoom on into the commander. That'll be your director. The Petrov Morales is a director for a commander. And then you have your heavy weapons specialist. This will be the flame launcher. And then 4 recruits. And of course the sniper. The sniper's pretty cool in that he was the first model that was modeled by Mini Wargaming for their new wargaming system. So that's pretty cool. He's on the field. So there's your Petrov Morales starter kit. And we'll see how it does on the battlefield.
The roll off.
So he got a 6, and I got a 6. Roll again. 4 and 4. 2 and 2. Holy snot! 6. 6. 3. And the winner is... Yay! I'll go first. The Zalanthos will go first. That was pretty incredible.
Zalanthos deployment.
Okay, so this is how I chose to deploy my guys. Get them a little cover behind here. Got my commander out in the open. I'm trying to use that electron masser to bullseye his troops. And my stealth guy, my assassin guy, is already stealthed up to hopefully try and get across the board and do some hand-to-hand combat.
PMC deployment.
He chose to group all his guys together with the leader so he can use their command points. He's got his heavy weapons specialist and a sniper off to the side, and they're going to try and do a dash for cover. You see the adversary across the board as they're eyeing each other up, and there's a commander with that masser.
Zalanthos turn 1.
Okay, I'm moving my assassin up as aggressively as I can to get him across the board. I'm going to take my commander, put him in some cover behind the leg of Rex. Afraid of that flame launcher, I'm going to hide my troops behind Rex's leg.
PMC turn 1.
Now for the PMC's turn, he's going to move that sniper towards cover, get that flame launcher out in the open, and sweep cover for his commander and his troops behind that railgun. Now his troops, he's going to try and reveal my assassin. Fog of War, you can't shoot first turn unless it's within 2 range mans, but we didn't see anything that would stop a reveal. So he needs to roll a 6, he rolled under that, so he revealed 1. and that is not the assassin. So then he takes another troop, tries to do a reveal again. Needs to roll a 6 again. Rolls a 7, but he uses a command point to change it to a 6. Actually, it's a 6. Kind of a little confused with the dice there. He chose that guy there, and that turned out to in fact be the assassin. So now the assassin is exposed. Still couldn't shoot at the assassin though because it was still too outside of his range band.
Turn 1 wrap up.
Basically, Xylanthos just moved up, got in the cover. Assassin moved forward, but he was revealed. The troops are seeking cover behind the lag of Rex. Over on the PMC side, the solos went into Overwatch, and then the troops moved up towards cover of the arm.
Xylanthos turn 2.
I once again went back into stealth mode with my assassin so that he can't target me with firepower, and then I took off towards the cover underneath Rex. I moved my troops further into cover to try and work around the south side and come up behind him. My commander decided to take a shot on those exposed corporation recruits. It's a pretty long shot, but I figured I've heard about how this weapon works against troops. Let's give it a try. Okay, I need a 6 to hit him. So I need to roll under a 6, and I rolled a 3. So the blast will be centered on my target. I chose to target the female in the front, the only female, by the way, in the entire Dark Potential lineup. And it covers everybody in that 4-inch blast. So the female, due to the strength of the weapon and her armor, she automatically dies. Now to kill those other 3 troops, I need to roll 3 dice under 4. So I roll and got 2 of them, but my other one's a 6, so I use a command point to re-roll it. Came up with a 5, still not good enough, so I'm going to use another command point to bring it down to 4, and thus annihilating that squad. Now onto the commander. He's a little tougher, so I got to roll under a 3 to get him. I rolled a 5, so he does not take a wound, but he will be forced to make a morale test, and since it's a demoralizing weapon, he gets -1 to his morale. So his morale is normally a 9, it's brought down to an 8 by the demoralizing weapon, so he's got to roll under an 8 on 2d6 to not lose all of his command points and run south. My main point was just trying to break those command points and get him to run off the board. And he rolled an 8, so he is good to go.